this is my patch on Pure Data that I made. It is a breakcore generator. For those of you who don't know what breakcore is, it's a type of music. It features really erratic, crazy drum sequences using a lot of breaks, like the amen break, which is real highly featured in drum and bass. It's kind of like drum and bass on crack, basically. So what this does, basically, this is kind of a sampler in a way. It loads different samples and it plays them in a random order. So up here, these are where you load the samples. Right here, so we have a bang right here. You click on this bang, it opens up a window, and these are my samples that I've already cut from a drum loop in FL Studio. So we have a kick, a snare, a hat, and a ghost, which is just another hat. You have a ride, but I'm not using that because it sounds like crap. So I have a kick loaded here, a hat loaded here, a snare loaded here, and the ghost hat loaded here. Right, so, and these are each, I have tables created for each of them. Right, so down here I have a bang, I have a toggle, which toggles the spigot, which is connected to the bang, and that sends down here to random 4. It's kind of hard to see. It chooses from four different random numbers, which are 0 through 3, and assigns these numbers to the kick, hat, snare, and ghost, and it chooses one of these numbers, and that chooses the sound that's going to be played. It plays one of these sounds, sends it down here to the DAC. I also have a high pass and low pass filter here. Low pass doesn't sound very good. High pass sounds alright, but I need to get a potentiometer in it so I can have a little more control. Can't get the Arduino to work right now, so right now I'm just doing it on my computer. So once one of these samples plays, it sends a signal to this hit right here, which is a send, and then that sends up here to the receive, which is right here. And then so when it receives the hit, it sends a signal back through this, and it just keeps repeating like a loop. And so you have a continuous cycle of playing a continuous generation of random drum samples. Another thing to note is that each of these numbers down here, these number boxes, these numbers are all the same length, they're the same number, which indicates that the samples are all the same length. If you want the samples to be, if you want the sequence to play on tempo, it's important for your samples to be the same length. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it, show you what it sounds like. So yeah, you can see the bang is hitting, every time, and yeah, it's kind of our own, crappy breakcore. So yeah, and the cool thing about this is you can use any kind of samples that you want. If you want it to be on tempo, like I said, they need to be the same length, but you can load any kind of any kind of sounds, computer noises, synths, what have you, and make some interesting, randomized patterns of computer music. In this case, I'm using drums and making breakcore, but you can really do a lot with this plugin. So yeah, that's basically